Dear students, today we are going to discuss a very important lesson from the class 10th history textbook, and the title of the lesson is The Making of a Global World. We are all familiar with the word globalization, but what does it mean? Simply put, it talks about the process by which the world has become a more interconnected place. The visible signs of such global interconnectedness are often seen in the economic domain. Therefore, when we talk of globalization, we often refer to the economic system that has knit the world together in a dramatic way during the last 50 years or so. This has happened, and in fact, it is still happening in many ways in our life, and hence we are so familiar with it. But this process is not entirely a making of the last 50 years. Rather, it has a long history. The signs of human societies becoming steadily interlinked can be seen all through our civilizational history. If we look into our own past, we feel thrilled to find how an active coastal trade linked the Indus Valley civilization in South Asia with its contemporary Mesopotamian civilization in West Asia as early as 3000 before the Common Era. Furthermore, we also know how for more than a millennia seashells, or what we call cowries in our country, from the Maldives went to China and East Africa to be used as a form of currency. Cowries, you might be knowing, were also widely used in India as currency for a very, very long time. Then there were the Silk routes, which, passing through land and by sea, not only linked vast regions of Asia, but also connected Asia with North Africa and Europe from before the beginning of the Common Era. And it continued till about the 15th century. If you look at a map of the world, then you can easily understand how these trade routes linked Asia with North Africa as well as other parts of the then known world. Though these pre-modern trade routes have come to be referred to as silk routes because of the incidence of Chinese silk going to the west along these routes for a very long time, yet these were not the only articles to be traded through these routes. You will feel happy to know that textiles and spices from India as well as from the Southeast Asian region also went to the west, that means Europe, through these routes, and in return precious metals such as gold and silver came from there to Asia. One of the sites where we have discovered plenty of gold coins from the Roman Empire is in the southern part of India. But exchanges of goods were not the only means of such interconnections. Often trade and culture went hand in hand. However, when we talk about culture, we talk about several things. One such thing was religion. We all know how Buddhism, which originated in India, spread in many directions through mainly the intersecting points on the Silk routes much before the beginning of the Common Era. Here I may also like to point out what is being now referred to as the Common Era used to be earlier referred to as the Christian Era. It started from the year when Jesus Christ was believed to have been born. It is one of the reasons why Gautam Buddha came to be called the light of Asia. We also know how subsequently early Christian missionaries and early Muslim preachers used these routes to spread their respective messages across continents. Thus, in this way, religious ideas going from Asia to other parts of the known world at the time, and mostly within Asia itself, brought people together, and they came to understand each other's views of life. The other thing was food. Food, as you all know, is the very basis of life and livelihood. It offers many examples of